Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. So this morning I've come on to do some more slow stitch, and I have already been doing a little bit. I did some off camera after the last video on the same evening, but I decided to include that in a different video. So but I'll show you what I've done. Anyway, I hope you're all well, guys, and thank you for your comments about the last video. I was really pleased to know that you enjoyed it, and welcome to new subscribers. So I did a circle with three circles, which I really like. Again, it's not in your face bright, but I do like it. I did this. So I added this piece of rust dyed cloth, and then I stitched it in that petrol blue colour that I'm going to use today. I did this pattern here, and I did some French knots, and then some little crosses in sort of a mauve purple colour, and I think that's it. So I've come on, I want to finish off, at least do some stitching, and then if I've got time I will do a little pouch. I will put the lining in, but I obviously need to do the the stitching first and finish it off. So I'm just going to thread my needle. I've chosen that sort of a petrol blue again, and I've got 3 strands here. It was a 6-strand thread, and I've got I've split it between 3. Right, so not between 3, I've split it into 3. So I need to decide what I want to do. I think I want to do something here. I'm drawn to this bit here, so I will, although it is quite thick, I might do this, because it ties in with the blue here. It's a very similar colour, so I think I'll do something here, and I will do I might do some crosses, actually, some large crosses. Oh, I forgot to put a knot in. Yeah, so thank you for joining me. I hope you do craft along with me. It's very relaxing, doing this, and I've lit a candle. So I'm going to do quite big, what I would call big crosses, because I tend to do teeny tiny ones. I'm not going to do any fancy stitching. I couldn't probably if I tried. I'm not an embroiderer by any means. But I do, and now I'm thinking, rather than do rows, I think I'm just going to do random stitches. Yeah, as I say, I'm not an embroiderer. I mean, I do the odd little bit, but I don't really know many stitches, embroidery stitches and things like that. Anyway, so miserable day outside on this Saturday morning, but it is November, and although, to be fair, we did have a sunny day yesterday, we have had some fairly sunny days, so I'm not complaining. It's just, it is what it is. Ooh, getting even bigger with my crosses. So yeah, just keeping very simple stitches, and that, this is what slow stitch is about, really. It's about, I suppose, keeping it simple, just enjoying it for what it is. The the act of stitching, the I don't want to keep using the word mindfulness, but it is that. Sorry guys, I'm having my morning coffee. What I tend to do is in the morning, I make my morning coffee and then I come into the craft room, and so yeah, it always coincides with my cup of coffee. And I hope you don't mind me having a sip while I'm working. I think I've said before, I have 1 cup of coffee a day and I really enjoy it. I make a frothy coffee, like a cappuccino, so I put my frother on and make it fairly strong, but I only, that's just flavour because it's a latte or a cappuccino. It's sort of, yeah, I like those stitches. Everything feels quite subtle in this. In this piece, this panel, it does it. It's not in your face at all, which I like. I think somebody said it was restful colours, which I like, because that, that's obviously my aim, is to do some restful crafting. I am working on another journal. It's a commission journal. The lady has ordered it for a friend, which is lovely of her. She has one herself, and I made her one. She commissioned me to make her one, and she loved it, so she's ordered another one, but a different obviously. I try to make them as personal as possible, so I ask lots of questions and try and get as much information as I can about the person and what their likes and dislikes are and what they're likely to use the book for. And then I try to make something personal and that looks nice, that's a joy to use. This is quite thin on this bit, because this fabric is probably the thinnest fabric. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because I'm aware that the light isn't great. The colours are mingling in and it's difficult to see them, so I hope you guys can see. Where should I go on next? I'm trying not to think too much about it. Very tired. I didn't sleep at all. I did sleep, I don't know why I said that. I did sleep. I slept from 4:30 onwards to 8:30, so I've had a few hours. But it feels like I haven't slept, because it's not enough. But I have insomnia, so that's how it goes for me sometimes. But I'm okay. I can catch up. I'm lucky. Some people can't. They have children, and I just can't imagine insomnia with small children. It must be horrendous. Really like that. I've got a little bit of thread left, so I'm going to I want one down here, although I'm conscious that I'm taking my thread quite far down. Yeah, I'll stick to here. Doesn't matter, if take your thread far down at all. If you've got big stitches behind, doesn't matter. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that. And I can see these big stitches here. pop that in there, and again, there we go. Yeah, I like that. Just seeing if you can see those. I can't tell. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Now I still feel that I want something there, so I'm going to have a look for a different colour. I wanted to keep it to the 3 colours, but I feel like I want something different there. Or maybe I do no, I've got mauve here, and I've got it there, and I've got it there, so I've got it in 3, so I want something else, and I think I'm going to go with this. Actually, it's a bit thin. I've got this, but it's a bit thin. I'll use some of this. So let's have a look, see what to do. I think I'm just going to stick with vertical stitches. No, horizontal stitches. Yeah. Shall I take them across here? I think no, because I've got this going horizontally, so I want to keep it. This isn't going to last very long. Okay. So I'm just going to do some horizontal stitches. So this fabric is quite thick, so I'm going to have to, oops. I'm going to do running stitch, but you won't be able to. I can't, you know, do lots of stitches in one go. Oof, it's thick to get through there. I'm not even sure if it's going to make any difference. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see it, but at least I know it's there. You probably will actually when it's, you know, there's lots of them. And I'm doing them quite big on purpose. Yeah, I can start to see them now. And I'm deliberately not going to, I mean, I will cross over if I come to something that, you know, in one of the green stitches that if I need to cross over, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm not purposely trying to cross over. And for anybody who hasn't been here before, that was my boiler in the background making that horrendous noise. It's just way too loud for a boiler for my liking. I mean, it's not, you know, it's, as boilers go, I mean, it's a modern one, but it's probably older than what I would like. So, yeah, this is, there's no way that I could do lots of stitches in one go on this because it's way too thick. And I'm adding to that thickness, really, by doing this stitch. But I'm not pulling tightly. I'm just following the line, but I'm not pulling tightly as I go to create any more puckering. You know, I don't want lots and lots of decoration on this. I mean, I thought about adding a plique or something like that, but actually I like the, I think it's decorated enough, to be honest. I mean, bit close there. I'm going to move down a little bit. That's interesting. I don't think I've gone to the end on. Oof, jabbed myself. I don't think I've gone to the end there. I think I've stopped there for some reason. Must have thought it ended there. It's interesting. I did jab myself right in the corner where my nail is. So this isn't going to last, this thread. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that because the stitches are too far apart for my liking. Because the cloth won't fold as easy. I'm going to do this, and I maybe do a little bit of work on the book. I want to get it finished because I've got a few books to make, and I have to. I've got some other bits that I need to finish off and send off some orders, and then I'm going to do some housework, a little bit of cleaning and. Put some lights up or something. I mean, not Christmas, you know, just generally create more of a cosy feel to the house. Because it is quite a dark house. Right, so I'm going to run out, so I'm going to just... Oh, I've done that before on camera. Probably in the same place as well. Jabbing myself with this needle. Lethal. Luckily it didn't go further than the... Oh, it is bleeding a little bit, but nothing that you can see. Don't want to put you off coming back. Okay, let's have a look at this. I tried to separate. Oh, that's separated easily. Right, let's have a look. Just trying to thread the needle. Yeah, I've got a candle burning nearby. Making a little bit cosy. Right, and heating's on. I couldn't do without the heating on. I've got some butternut squash. I was thinking about making butternut squash soup, and I've got some I like, when I make butternut squash soup, I like to make sage. I basically fry sage leaves in olive oil, and then I put them on top of the soup, you know, at the end. And I make croutons. So I fry croutons in olive oil, and I fry, sometimes I just put them in the oven in the olive oil, just cover them in olive oil and then pop them in the oven, and they crisp up lovely. And and then the sage can go in with them, or I can fry the sage, but just to crisp it up. It tastes absolutely delicious. It's like a, you know, little sage crouton itself, really, and it's really nice. It's a nice recipe. I mean, it's just a basic recipe, so it's just butternut squash, one or two potatoes, depending on how many people you're cooking for, or you know, if you're making a large pan. But yeah, so potatoes and carrots and a white onion or a brown onion, depending. And then yeah, and some vegetable stock, or you can create your vegetable stock just by sauteing and then adding water. I use a bouillon mostly, a vegetable bouillon. And it is really nice, and then I blend it to be smooth. It's a very wintry dish for me, really tasty. Yes, I'm in the wintry mood. I bought, I wanted vegetarian suet to make dumplings and things like that, you know. I'm in that sort of wintry food mood, cosy meals, comforting meals, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Recently made bread and apple and blueberry crumble. I didn't have any blackberries, so I used blueberries, and and chocolate chip cookies, which was nice. So I did a sort of an afternoon of baking. I might make some bread today. I was thinking to myself I might make some flatbreads. Yeah, I like that. I think that's nice. It adds, I hope you guys can see it. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this bit off, and then I will, so it's getting softer now, so obviously that had 3 layers and this has just got the 2 layers, I think, because it's definitely softer. I can bend it easily, more easily, so I can, you know, do a few stitches at once. So hopefully you can get this bit done, and then I think I mean, I'll have another look and see if there's anything else I want to do on it first. I'm too eager to get the lining on. I'm far too eager, so I need to be patient. Okay. Yeah, so I've been thinking of ways to embrace the winter months, because I think I've mentioned this before about maybe reading 1 book a week, and I listen to audiobooks quite often, but actually I do enjoy reading, you know, rather than listening. I like both. I mean, when I'm here at my desk, and working, I will often listen to an audiobook, or when I'm cleaning the house and listen to one, and but I don't listen to one sort of when I'm relaxing, because it sends me to sleep. So I need to be doing something to listen to it, because they definitely will send me to sleep. Doesn't matter what type of book it is. Sometimes I'll listen to them when I'm driving. particularly, well, long distance, not not just popping to the shops or anything like that. So that was one thing that I was thinking of, and the other is to do more baking, and cook more healthy meals. And I feel like I want to do something with that edge there, so when I've done this I'm going to do the edge, because I don't like it sticking up like that. I like frayed edges, but I don't want it sticking up. Oops. Yeah, I mean, making that, give the house a bit of a makeover with cozier, things to make it look cozier. So blankets, throws on the chairs, and candles, lighting, that sort of thing. And then in terms of like personal rituals, I think journaling is something that I really enjoy doing. I find it very therapeutic to journal, and that to create to get into the habit of journaling daily for me is, I find, really, really helpful. So any of you guys out there who is struggling with chronic pain or whatever, not just talking about chronic pain, but just generally life's difficulties, or sometimes it's not about sort of the therapeutic side in terms of just the therapeutic side. Sometimes it's just for the pleasure of it, and also keeping memories and things like that. But I love journaling. I have the act of writing in a book, in a special book, and then so that's another thing. Soaking I have one of those spa foot bath things that bubbles, and my son and daughter-in-law bought it one year for Christmas for me. I did ask for it because I struggle with my feet. That's another thing people with pain in their feet might want to try. It doesn't have to be one of those spa baths. It could just be a bowl of water with some Epsom salts in it, and some essential oil, or you can buy salts with essential oils in them now, and enjoy the scent of it to relax you. Pamper your feet afterwards, wrap them up, and well, what I do is I massage or cream into them, and then I put my wool socks on, and it's a nice feeling. So that's another ritual. I do that anyway. I do it all through the summer as well. But for those with painful feet, again, that's something. And also, it's good to do it before bed to help you relax. So that's another recommendation. Right, so I've done that. I like that. It lifts it a little bit. Now, do I want to do anything else? I've done my crosses, I've done that. Do I want to do anything else? I do feel like I want something here. This is a bit thicker, and this is thicker, and that's a bit thinner. So I feel like I want something there. I might go with the blue again and do some stitching with the blue. Oh, it's all tangled up. Right, so I said I was going to do something here, and I think I don't want to do anything complicated. I think I might do, just going to try this. I mean, oh dear. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that bit off. Sometimes things like that happen, it bunches up and it gets a bit tangled. Okay, so shall I do that? No, I think it'll disrupt the floor. I wasn't so keen on this. I was going to do it like that, but I prefer circles to things like that. So let's have a look. My instinct is to go, you know, this way. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to just make a giant cross, and then I'll decide whether how that looks is right for me. So I'm going to try and keep the stitches smaller, closer together if I can. By doing this, it disrupts that sort of flow this way because, you know, the fabric itself is striped in that direction, and also the you know, the slow stitch is also in that direction. Okay, so I'll do on there, and then I think I've come to the end here. So what I might do is go around up here and then come back down. Or should I go that? Actually, thinking about it, I should go that way, because then that, again, that disrupts the flow. So I'll start again. And then I can go in the opposite direction with my cross. And come up to here. And then I'm going to go across there. It's very satisfying. Get lost in your thoughts, and then, you know, you remember you're on camera. Right, and then I will go back across here to where I started it. Oops. It's just, and what this does as well, by going in this direction, you know, on the edge, is it also reinforces the edge a little bit. Ideally, it would be good to go all the way across. There we go. All right, so I've got, I like that. I don't think I need to do any more. Right, so I think, have I done enough? So I've got my cross here, got my circle, I've got those going across, I've got my crosses here, some little tiny crosses there. It's not, I've done this, got this here. This is quite plain, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it as it is. I think I've done enough. Do you like those little lilac? Oh, and then of course I did the white ones out that you can hardly tell, but I know they're there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it as it is. I think, you know, less is more. Let's have a look at how it will look. So it will look like naturally folds on a bit of an angle. There we go, like that. Love that. And because that's quite thick there, it will fold, but it's going to take a little bit of coaxing to do it. But do I want it anyway to be a bit more like that? Love the back as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for more space to tuck things in rather than having a huge sort of fold over. So I'm better off having a smaller. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna stick with this, and now I just need to, so I'm just going to fold it a little bit and press it down. I'm going to use my bond folder. I'm not sure that it will make any difference, but it's just to give it a natural crease. Sorry for the noise. A more natural crease. There we go. Yeah, good. Love the back as well. Really love it. Right, now I need to think about how I'm going to do this. So I'll lift it back up again, and then I've got my piece of fabric here. I'll just pop that away. So ideally I would iron this, but you know, I'm not too worried about it. So then I pull it back there like that. Is that right? And then that comes up. So then I've got, that doesn't feel right to me. Okay, so I'm just going to check and then I'll be back.